Today I'm going to be playing Pokemon Villain Jam with a twist. You guys are going to decide what villain I play as and what team I'm going to use. You're probably asking yourself, how am I going to do that? Well, if you guys didn't know, I'm now going live on my channel, and if you want to be part of videos like this in the future, make sure to have notifications on now so you know when I am next live. Let's play Pokemon Villain Jam. And here we are, all transported into a room, a bunch of villains. Who has transported us here? He must be the biggest villain of them all. This big head on the screen is saying we're going to be in a massive tournament against each other. We're going to have to fight villain against villain, but which villain am I going to play? That's up to you guys to decide, and let's jump straight into that now. I'm going to start this poll, and whoever gets the most votes, I know there's only 4 of us, but whoever gets the most votes, I'll play as. And after 9 people joined the stream, we was running this poll to see which villain I'm going to play as. It currently looks like Guzma's going to win, and Guzma does win. But stay tuned, because they are also going to decide my team. I think Guzma is winning. If it's Guzma, it's Guzma. That's absolutely fine for me. And now that we are Guzma, we have to have his ace Pokemon, Golisopod. We do not have a choice in that, so Golisopod is going to be the first Pokemon on the team. The viewers then decided to pick Scizor for my team, which I'm really happy about, and Lohan Muck. But then they decided to screw me over with Hypno, unfortunately. We'll go for Liepard. I actually prefer that more than the Haunchkrow, in my opinion. To decide the last Pokemon, we done a poll, and after getting 10 whole votes, Toxicroak is the winner. So last but not least, Toxicroak, welcome to the team. We're going to start off by fighting Jetsis, the villain from Generation 5. In my opinion, the strongest villain of them all. Starting off with a Hydreigon. This is already starting off to be hard. Luckily, Golisopod gets off that first impression, tanks the Draco Meteor, emergency exited out, and it's time to send in Mr. Scizor himself. But what I wanted to say is, if you guys do enjoy this content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe at this current point in time, because I really appreciate everyone who makes it this far into my videos. We're 2 minutes in, fighting the hardest battle I've ever fought. Scizor manages to take out Hydreigon, and we're off to a really good start. Scizor gains a level which gives me some faith, gives me some hope, and Tyranitar is going to come out. So if I can Mega, Jetsis can Mega. And if I've Mega Scizor, he's definitely going to Mega Tyranitar, which could pose some big threats. So Tyranitar has been sent out. Am I going to switch? No, I'm going to stay in with Scizor. I do think that is going to be the best idea for me. Scizor is staying in, and I'm going to go straight in for a Bug Bite. I'm feeling confident Bug Bite can do a lot of damage, and it got him down to half. Dark Pulse comes out, does absolutely nothing to me, and Scizor finishes off the Mega Tyranitar with another Bug Bite. Who is Jetsis going to send out next? That is my big question, and it's the other threat, Electros. This is what I was afraid of. Electros is a terrifying Pokemon. The electric Pokemon with Levitate, essentially giving it hardly any weaknesses, if any weaknesses. I'm pretty sure that means no weaknesses. So how are we going to fight Electros? I'm going to send out Muck. I think Muck is going to be my best bet against Electros, but let's see what happens. I'm being silly here. I'm going in for Gunk Shot several times, and it's doing absolutely nothing to this Electros. Am I going to change up my tactics? Hell no, that isn't what we do on this channel. We go for more Gunk Shots and miss him completely. How are we going to defeat this Electros? I'm now worried. I'm going to go in for a Poison Jab, see if that does a bit more damage, which of course it's going to do a hell of a lot more damage. Electros is a special defense Pokemon, and I'm going in for special attacks. It's not making any sense. Let's make it make sense. Go in for that Poison Jab. We get the poison off, and that's exactly what we needed to take out this Electros. I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling confident. Let's go in for another Poison Jab. Jetsis does heal up. Now, I didn't buy any healables before this battle, so I could be really screwed right now. Electros takes out Muck, which I'm now really worried about. How am I going to take this Electros out without my Muck? I think Golisopod might be able to take it out if I go in for a first impression, and yes, it does. Golisopod coming in with the clutch. After taking out Electros, who is he gonna send out next? I can see he's sending out Bishop. Bishop is going to be a massive threat to me. Who do I counter it with? Let's go for the Pokemon that everyone voted for, Toxicroak. I think Toxicroak could be the strongest Pokemon on my team. So thank you everyone who came out to the live stream and voted for it. Drain Punch comes out and one-shots Bishop. Do you know how clutch that was? Toxicroak literally took out a massive threat with one punch. We call him One Punch Man around here. Who is Jetsis sending out next? He's going to send out Seismitoad, who once again could be a massive threat. All of Jetsis' team is possible threats. They could take out humanity if they wanted to. I'm going to play it safe, and that's a lie. I'm going to go in for some gunk shots and see what that can actually do, but I completely missed. Earthquake comes out and takes out Toxicroak, so I'm not having any luck. I'm not having much luck right now. I think let's go into Golisopod. That's going to be my strongest move. I can at least get first impression will do a lot to Seismitoad. I was really happy with how much damage that done. Golisopod tanks the Ice Punch, and I'm going to go in for a Liquidation. His Liquidation going to be enough to take him out. Ice Punch, I clutch it one more time. Liquidation weakens him enough, and Aqua Jet to finish off Seismitoad. He got absolutely wrecked by Golisopod. Guzma's Ace Golisopod is an incredibly powerful Pokemon and a lot more bulky than I thought it was. So the last Pokemon, but not least on Jetsis' team, is Crofarigus. I've got a direct counter to it being a Lipard. Lipard is going to take out Crofarigus with ease. Sucker Punch all the way. I do take its ability, unfortunately. I did want to avoid that, but Lipard is a physical attacker, so let's get the physical attacks off. Shadow Ball comes out, does a lot of damage to me. I'm going to go for Sucker Punch. It fails. He uses Destiny Bond, and we take out Crofarigus while taking out Lipard due to the Destiny Bond. And that is Jetsis finally defeated. Who are we going to be battling next on the agenda? Next up to battle is Piers, the one guy who actually doesn't belong here. He's not a villain at all. All he done was block off Spikemuth, but I do feel very confident going up against him. He uses predominantly dark type Pokemon. I use predominantly bug type Pokemon, which makes me have a much higher advantage. First impression comes out. Close combat does absolutely nothing to me. This is the battle of the aces at the moment, and Golisopod is definitely winning this fight. So Golisopod takes out Obstagoon. Skunk Tank comes out. I'm feeling really confident with this. Don't forget guys to come and check me out live. I am going to have a schedule from next week. So next week Saturday I will announce my schedule, and you can plan to be free on them times to come and see me play Pokemon live. Skunk Tank comes out. I'm going to go in for some Swords Dances. I'm feeling confident with Toxicroak. I've got Drain Punch out. Drain Punch is going to heal me enough to tank it and go in for some more cheeky little Swords Dances. So while I Swords Dance up, all I want to say is thank you guys, because my last video on Saturday got 1,600 views. So thank you everyone who stayed this long into a video, because that is what really pushes my video out more. The more you watch my video, the more it gets put out. So thank you so much. If you've made it to this point in the video, leave a comment down below, and let's say leave a comment down below saying Big Head Charmander. If you get this far in the video, leave that comment down below and I will know. Toxicroak does get taken out by Thievul, unfortunately, meaning that all them Swords Dances was for complete waste. Golisopod comes out, and once again, first impression just does insane damage. It also allows me to switch out after every defeat, so if I take out one of his Pokemon, I can switch out a Pokemon, which just puts me at such an advantage. I might change that in the future, make this game a little bit harder, because I do plan on playing this as every villain. Now, if you was in the live stream, you know I actually played as two villains. Scizor takes out Absol with ease. A Bug Bite does so much goddamn damage. I'm feeling so confident against Piers. Next up, he's going to send in Scrafty. Now, if you know Scrafty's ability, it is Moxie. If he takes out Scizor, which he could very easily do, he will get an increased attack stat, which could just be insane. He could sweep my whole team. Luckily, he uses some terrible moves, and Scizor picks up the kill on him as well. Well, he does heal up, but Bug Bite is gonna eventually take out Scrafty. He uses Bulk Up, which could have been a threat if he had a bit more HP. Bug Bite and goodbye Scrafty. Now, what is Pierce's last Pokemon going to be? Because in the game, all I can remember is Obstagoon, but he's sending out Malamar. Now, Malamar is quite a nice Pokemon. If it has its hidden ability Contrary, that could be a threat with superpower, especially against a Pokemon like Scizor. How am I even going to compete with that? He uses Dark Pulse, I flinch, and I'm kind of in this stuck position now. My facial expression literally said it all. I was quite impressed with Piers there, but what am I going to do to counter that? I'm going to sacrifice Scizor, go in for another Bug Bite, and die to the Dark Pulse. Malamar has taken out my Mega. I've still got 4 Pokemon, so I'm feeling quite confident. Let's send out Lipard, get the guaranteed Fake Out, because why not go for a guaranteed Fake Out? All damage is good damage. Next up, I could go in for U-Turn, which is what I'm going to go in for. It done so much damage. Yeah, there's nothing he can really do against me. I could send in Golisopod to possibly tank a hit, and then go in for a first impression, and that will be the easiest way to victory for me. Also, let me know guys if you do enjoy my little edits that I've been adding in. Malamar does weaken Golisopod just enough to get that emergency exit, so let's send in a Lipard one more time. I'm going to play it safe and go in for another Fake Out. I know I could have just U-turned it, but I always like to play it safe because you never know when one of their Pokemon are just going to become an absolute beast and they're just going to demolish you. I've played enough competitive Pokemon to understand that. So, Malamar has been taken out. With Malamar taken out, and that means we have defeated Piers. Who is going to be the final person that we have to battle? This is probably going to be the hardest battle next to Jetsis. It depends on who it is. So let's direct our attention to the tournament table and see who we're going to be facing. We have to face Giovanni, but there is another twist on this. We obtain 25 legendary balls, and in the finals each participant is allowed something special. He's made these special Pokeballs, and we have a higher chance to capture any legendary Pokemon. So what legendary Pokemon are we going to get? We get transported into this room where we find a Buzzwole, which isn't very fair because to my calculation Giovanni is going to get a Mewtwo and possibly a Mega Mewtwo, and I'm going to get this muscular anime character that I'm going to dash my balls at and hopefully capture. I do throw my first legendary ball, which is an upside down Pokeball, and capture it. So let's swap out for one of my Pokemon. Now you guys shafted me with Hypno, so let's switch out Hypno and go and battle Giovanni now. Entering into the biggest battle so far. Giovanni could have a Mega Mewtwo, Y or X. I have no clue right now. I start off the battle with my Buzzwole, feeling confident, but I'm going to swap out. I'm not too sure against this Persian. Persian could do so much damage to me. I'm going to send out Toxicroak, who is going to play very well. I knew he was going for Fake Out, so I felt confident with that switch in. With Toxicroak, I'm going to go in for a Drain Punch and see how much I can heal up. I luckily don't kill the Persian, which makes me think I can go in for some Swords Dance. Giovanni heals up, perfect. Let's stack these Swords Dances up. He uses knockoff. Luckily I haven't got an item anyway. I wish this Toxicroak had acrobatics and I would just absolutely sweep this boy. I go in for the Drain Punch a little bit early. I wish I got one more Swords Dance off just so I could sweep his entire team with Toxicroak. That would make my day. The Pokemon that everyone voted for, this got the most votes to join my team, is the one that carries my team. That would be nice. Mewtwo comes out and now I'm scared. I'm going to go for Sucker Punch, and luckily it's Mega Mewtwo Y and I take it out with a very easy Sucker Punch. Look at that reaction. I'm so happy when I take him out. Nidoking is next. I'm going to stay in with Toxicroak as I'm feeling quite confident that Toxicroak can take out anyone. He goes in for Substitute. I think, do I get off some Swords Dances there? I'm going to pass on it for now. Ice Beam comes out, don't do too much. Drain Punch is just healing me all the way. I do know Nidoking could come out with an Earthquake, which would actually kill me, but Nidoking goes down to Drain Punch and I heal up one more time. Can Giovanni defeat me? I don't think he can. Nidoqueen is about to get slaughtered the same way Nidoking did. Queen and King are going to get taken down by one of my pawns. I still have Buzzwole, an Ultra Beast with one of the most broken abilities and one of the highest attack stats out there. Drain Punch seems to be doing just fine for me. I'm going to take out Nidoqueen with one more Drain Punch, heal back up, and does Giovanni even have any Pokemon left that could do anything to me? I don't think he does, but let's see if he can even take out Mr. Toxicroak, who has carried this entire battle and this entire team. Crocodile does come out, and that's a ground and dark Pokemon, so I'm just going to be able to heal up all the way. Intimidate, that means nothing to me. Earthquake does take me out. I underestimated Crocodile's speed. I didn't realize how fast he actually was. Who am I going to send out against this Crocodile? I'm thinking, let's just send out Buzzwole. It's probably going to be my strongest move here, as Buzzwole is still the fighting type, and I can tank some moves. So let's see what moveset I have. Hammer Arm, and I also have a Lunge. Lunge is what I'm going to go in for. That does insane damage to Crocodile. I'm managing to get it basically to 1 HP, and I take it out with another Lunge. Lunge also decreases their attack every single time. I didn't realize how broken Lunge was. Rhyperior is Giovanni's last Pokemon. What am I going to do against that? Let's go in for a cheeky little Earthquake. He Earthquakes me and does absolutely nothing, and Earthquake to finish Giovanni off. Giovanni, you stood no chance against me, even with your Mega Mewtwo. Why? How do you feel? After beating Giovanni, the big head on the screen wants to talk to me, and we have won Guzma. Now it's time to introduce myself. Come and meet me, the Great Faba, upstairs, and we will begin with our conquest. I head straight upstairs and let's talk to Faba. Glad you're here. Before we go, I believe I owe you an explanation. Well, you see, I was once the branch chief of a group called the Aether Foundation, and we appear to be a very generous organization, and we were in certain aspects, but we had an ulterior motive. Anyways, everything went south and I got demoted to a mere intern. Can you imagine that? Me, the branch chief Faba, demoted to an intern? Anyway, a short while after, I found this. Unaware of what it was capable of, I opened a bottle and ate count. Out came a genie, and I figured this must be the universe's way of repaying me. The genie I just talked about was this Pokemon Hooper. This Pokemon has an outstanding power. When in its true form, it can create portals to even other universes, and that's how I got each of you here. Now, shall we go? As the initial deal stated, you help me and I'll help you. Hooper, transform. Go on, Hooper, open the portal. Ah, I knew I recognized your face from somewhere. The deal's off, dude. Pardon? This Pokemon Hooper, I think I'm going to take it for myself. With it, I won't need you, Faba, and I'll never give up, Hooper. And now it's time for me and Faba to battle to see who wins Hooper. Now, I'm feeling very confident entering this battle. Faba, I don't know what his team is actually going to consist of, and he starts with Hypno. I start off with Buzzwole, which gives me the big edge. I'm going to go straight in for a Lunge, weaken its attack, which just gives me that incredible start. He does absolutely nothing. He heals up. Lunge is gonna do an insane amount of damage. Almost taking out Hooper this time. I'm gonna go in for a second Lunge and finally take the Hooper out. And now Beast Boost is gonna come into play and give me even more attack. So Buzzwole with Lunge, weakening their attack and gaining attack every time I take out a Pokemon. Let's take that with a win. Bruxfish comes out next. I'm once again feeling stupidly confident. Liquidation does next to nothing, and Lunge takes it out again. Beast Boost is just going to stack up at this point. Raichu, you stand no chance against me until you Thunderbolt and take Buzzwole out. My confidence has slowly dropped a little bit. Not necessarily, I'm still confident in taking out Faba, but I didn't want him to actually take out any of my Pokemon, but he managed to take out Buzzwole, my technical legendary. We do manage to take out the Raichu straight away with Golisopod, and let's switch out our Pokemon into Liepard. Liepard is a guaranteed switch in and switch out with Fake Out and U-Turn. It is the perfect Pokemon. Now Hooper is a dark type, so I can use Fake Out and that won't actually affect anything. Perfect is not Ghost. I hate Ghost types, especially when I'm trying to play a game and I just absolutely forget that there are Ghost types sometimes. Sucker Punch don't do as much damage as I thought it would. I should have went in for the U-turn and that was my mistake. But I do still have Golisopod with the potential to go for first impression. First impression is definitely the move for me and it just instantly takes out Hooper. We are a god. Golisopod, you have carried this entire playthrough. Golisopod, Toxicroak, you literally are godsend. I can't do any more without you. Muck, let's send you out and hopefully you can redeem yourself against this Alakazam. What is he gonna do? This Mega Alakazam, or oh, spoiler alert, this Alakazam just megaed and Shadow Ball does absolutely nothing. Knockoff almost takes it out. He uses Calm Mind and Knockoff also takes out the Mega Alakazam. Muck, you have redeemed yourself for losing in that first battle and not actually contributing anything to the team. Slowbro is about to come out. Golisopod, it's your time to shine once more. I don't even need to use any healables. I did buy healables just in case because you never know. First impression actually gets it really low. Scald comes out and burns me, unfortunately. I didn't really want Golisopod to go down, but I'm going to do Sucker Punch and he uses Slack Off, so Sucker Punch done absolutely nothing. I then decide to go in for a healable of my own, get that burn off of me because no one likes to be burnt. No one likes to do less damage. I can confirm that right now. So after healing up Golisopod and getting rid of the burn, I'm feeling very confident in my ability to take out Faba. Faba, you stand no chance. You've lost Hooper and you've lost your entire possibility of defeating me. I don't even decide to heal up. I don't need to. I get emergency exit and I'm going to go into Buzzwole. Buzzwole should be able to take out Slowbro. I think it will be able to with a lunge and that's what I'm betting on. First of all, let's go in for lunge and see how much damage it does. Not enough to take it out. Ice Beam comes out and Buzzwole does go down, unfortunately. I didn't want Buzzwole to go down, but he did. Golisopod, you're up next because I can now use first impression again. Switching in and out with Golisopod is vital. Oh my god, this Pokemon is incredible. I might actually use it in a VGC battle because I underestimated Golisopod and playing little games like this really show him up and show his possibility. Now that we've taken out Slowbro, that is Faba's last Pokemon, so we have defeated Faba. Let's steal Hooper and take over the Aloha region as Guzma. And if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to smash the like button. It really means a lot when my videos get over 20 likes. That means a world to me. So if you made it to this part of the video, comment down below Bobblehead Mimikyu and I will know you made it this far in the video. Thank you all and enjoy the rest of your day.